Certainly was. We had a top three actually, all in BMWs. Walk Racing, the newly created team by Karamadaro Bogdan. He's not actually racing, but Lasse Sorensen, Alexander Lauritsen, and Simon Kielov, within a tenth of each other.
And here is the track for you, and it's Watkins Glen, as you can see. It's been a stalwart really of the ATCC calendar. Last season, NATO and Kaido took the wins. You see Kaido's down at 9th at the moment. You see that trio of BMWs for Walk Racing, stunning skins,
Yep.
and a very exciting lineup is, I guess we would say, Toby. And he's got his hands full at the moment with an armada of Walk Racing cars. That looks fantastic, actually. Look at that, those 4 Walk Racing cars around him. There's Chris Shepherd, the odd one out in that Seat. Yes, very identifiably as Walk Racing. Those 4 cars, they're all very similar. There's beautiful liveries done by Mr. Florian Strauss, who's...
No,
it's Kielov.
It is Kielov. So we're going to have to go Kielov, Lauritsen, Sorensen to see the times. Let's jump on board cameras for the final corner, see what Kielov has got as he comes through the final corner, using all of the track on the inside, and didn't quite use all the curve on the outside. Is this good enough? Yes, it is. Look at that, almost 3/10.
That's that pole sector from
now I've got to press buttons. Lauritsen coming across the line. He goes 5th, and Sorensen goes 2nd.
What's the lineup? What's the lineup?
Buttons.
And Junt has finished his lap 23rd out on track. So there you have it. Kielov has pole in the dying seconds of this qualifying session. That's great stuff there. It's a Walk Racing 1-2. There is the lag.
Look, it's terrible.
It's just about to go.
It's just terrible.
It's just about to go, and it's obviously putting off Kaido as well, but it's not exactly helping Kielov's nerves, I wouldn't say. Kielov's got 2 corners to go.
Oh, he's gone! He's gone! That's it!
To go.
I can't. No, he's not. He's there!
It's Lazarus is going to win! Lazarus Kielov comes across the line. He's going to win. Simon Kielov, his first ever win in the Touring Pro Series. Well done to him. Walk Racing, their first ever win in the Touring Pro Series as well. And of course, one of the reasons the competition has been ramping up is the arrival of Walk Racing. We talked about them a little bit before, but they are a very new team. They've done just 3 events in the TPS. They're doing very well in all of them, and they look like they're here to stay. And there's also been a shake-up, of course, with Walk Racing. Everybody who watched the ATCC broadcast will know about that. But there has been a shake-up there, hasn't there? But Mr.C, Karamadaro Bogdan, who owns this team, has replaced Lauritsen and Sorensen with none other than Mr. Stoffel Van Dorner and Peter Davelaar, Keith, and that's, I would say, is a good deal.
Van Dorn is taking it back. It's Keithley and Van Dorn are back and forth, right for the lead right now, side by side. So we do have to get to this.
You have to go back to the lead, unfortunately. We'll be very boring.
Great. We will catch that again, but
only a 2-car battle.
Only a 2-car battle, and it looks like I think it was a push to pass moment that put.
Let's see if we can just get on the replay. We might be able to. It's been good to us tonight to replay. No, it hasn't been good to us.
Not quite.
I just cheated. So Van Dorner and Keithley now has the inside, and this is an overtaking spot. Van Dorn lets him go through. Just the cut back.
Very nice.
Very intelligent stuff there from Van Dorner.
Like Adrian Campfield and Paul Patrick, who've been coming into the league in the latter half of last season, and they've been doing a really, really impressive job. And Campfield has won a race as well, and a lot is to expect from these guys who are driving for Walk Racing this time.
Walk Racing really stepping up with a mammoth 7-car effort, including drivers such like Ryan Callan, who of course is a stalwart of TPS and of course our very beloved admin. So of course, thank you for Ryan for putting everything together once again. Of course, we've got Adrian Campfield and Paul Patrick, of course, who are pressed in their own team, but they have been picked up by Walk Racing, the team run by, of course, Mr. Karamadaro Andre Bogdan. Of course, Archik Razvan coming in as well, and these 3 new drivers coming in as well. I spoke to Ryan before, and he was telling me about these 3 new drivers we've got. We've got Peter Hennenberg, Klaus Neering, both of those 2 guys from Denmark, and Gus Verver from Holland. Now we've got them on screen right now. Of course, we looked at Hennenberg, who was looking pretty quick so far on the lap he's currently running at the moment. But Walk Racing, a 7-car effort for this season. Overkill much?
And I think for Walk Racing in general, they've put together a very strong lineup, but it's not the first time that they put together such a strong lineup. I mean, we can remember guys like Van Dorn driving for them in the Supertech series, or last season, Peter Davelaar, who's a previous champion in this league, he was driving for them in the minis. And we see Paul Patrick on a really fast lap. Purple now out of the second sector, will cross the line pretty soon. And yeah, he goes on pole position, 32.6. That's the times we were talking about. Really nice lap, and 1, 2, 3 for Walk Racing.
But what we can say for definite is just massive congratulations, not only to Walk Racing because they sealed the constructors here this evening in dominant fashion, in fact dominant fashion all year, but to Petter Burlak as well, because he won the drivers again in superlative fashion, absolutely untouchable this whole year, and they have taken the lot.
Here is Gazelle, and they're known as the Walk Racing Mafia for this season, Keith. All black cars with tinted windows. Not quite sure what to make of that.
Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
He's
a quarter of a second up on Toby Davis in that first sector. That's a fantastic effort so far from Gazella. Gazella here going for his first Touring Pro Series pole. He has competed in the Touring Pro Series before, back in a virtual mini challenge, just a handful of races. So looking forward to seeing what he can do here. Ranieri is up, so he's got a chance. He's pushing hard as well. Look at that. Out of shape, heading into the chicane, Keith.
Oh, this is going to be close, but I don't know. Davis really had a good last sector. Can he take the pole away? Yes, he does it. He does it. 16 hundredths of a second. Giuseppe Ranieri goes to pole, and Davis back to second.
Not just that, Keith. 16 thousandths.
My mistake. Yeah, thousandths. Missing a zero there. That is fantastic, and I know that team manager Karamadaru Andre Bogdan will be jumping for joy in his racing socks.
Yep, and also in fourth position, right behind him, we've got Risto Puppet, the fastest of the Walk Racing drivers. It's actually a new driver. He's not raced in TPS before. And yeah, Mr.C just picked him up for his team, for Walk Racing, and he's impressing majorly at the moment.
Yeah, and Walk Racing have progressed leaps and bounds in the last few TPS series, especially in the virtual mini challenge we had a few months ago. They did absolutely fantastic in that, and it really did break the duct for Walk Racing, and they got their first championships under their belt with Adrian Campfield and Paul Patrick, who are not back for this series, but it shows the progression that Walk Racing have made since the start of TPS. And it's good to see them so competitive in this series as well.
Walk have won the team's championship, of course, as well, haven't they? So,
yep.
Congratulations to them. I think we miss it at the end of the last broadcast.
We did miss it at the end of the last broadcast, yeah.
Yeah, so just saying belated now. Congratulations to Walk. It's been well deserved, really, because both the drivers, really after round one, where they didn't have the best starts, just kind of took the field by storm. And Sven de Vries has been there or thereabouts, but in terms of a whole package and a whole team, it's certainly been Walk and Walk alone at the top of the championship. So it's a well-deserved and a very good victory for them as they continue their steep and quick climb up through the career ladder.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it does very much look like they've done a Norwich City from the Premier League a couple of years ago, haven't they? They've just gone bang, 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 one series after the next, and cap it fifth. Rude, he's to be sixth, and in doing so, secure Walk Racing the team's championship.
I believe consecutive podiums are in play here for Baldi.
Sorry to interrupt, Danny, but Bogdan is catching Shepard and Lerner, and has caught Shepard and Lerner, who are not themselves far off the battle for second spot.
I want a Mr.C tested for performance-enhancing drugs at the end of this one. Because this guy is a man on a mission.
Look at he's all over the back of Shepard. And you know he'll make a move. He'll never shy away from that.
This harkens back to the Mr.C we saw maybe 5 years ago, back when the TC1 was known as the American Touring Car Championship. This was the type of drive we saw back
Here we go.
Constantly turning moves back
Look
then.
at this.
Now here he is,
He's just like taking candy from a baby.
Mr.C, there we go. He's up to 6th position. A run of
Unbelievable.
Yes, the run of the century here for Mr.C. Almost inside the top 5. Who would have saw this one coming?
Oh, Shepard squeezing him against the pit wall. He's not happy. He's going for it as well. Shepard, another person, not a shrinking violet. But looks like Bogdan's got this. If you just hold him off for a couple of corners. This is the beauty of this track, is that you switch one way then the other constantly as you go. Oh, and Shepard going for the undercut, taps the back of Bogdan down the inside. Bogdan's defending for all it's worth. He should have it now, though. He should have it, and he will have it. And now he can set his sights on the fellow Lada driver of Moritz Lerner.
first time, and it's only 0.2 of a second.
Bogdan looks towards the inside.
And goes through. Already.
And that is a good move, but will Sevagangas be able to get the better exit? It looks like he has. He's now on the right-hand side, heading up through Radalon. Can't quite do it, has to sit behind for now. That's Bogdan into the lead of the race here. That's exactly what he needs. 2 victories so far this season. It looks like he can. He's on his way to taking a third, but it is only the second lap of the race. He's still got Sevagangas all over his rear as they head up along Camel Straight.
And are we going to see a move from Sevagangas into Lake Holm here?
He's going to have a look, but not at this point.
Yes, he is. He's side by side. He's now on the outside. It's going to be on the inside through the next right-hander, and he's got back through. What a move. Will Bogdan be getting a good exit out of the final chicane? He's in the slipstream.
Yes. Once again, just under a tenth behind. He's going to, this time, going to have to go to the outside, but he made the move on the opening lap into here on the outside. But he's going to brake slightly earlier and get the cutback. That extra acceleration and top speed from the Camaro might allow him to draw alongside. Indeed it has, but he can be on the outside for Radion and Eau Rouge. Are they going to go side by side? In fact, he's got in front by the time they go through Radion and Eau Rouge. So, up to the lead is Bogdan, and this time I believe he's far enough in front from that Bentley to have the advantage going into the twistier section. Having said that, it's very close. He's closing slightly, is Sevagangas, but yep, Bogdan is in front at the moment.
But it's going to be Bogdan to cross the line in second to win the championship. He does a handbrake drift across the line. He is our champion, Season 7 GTC champion, Kirimo Andrew Bogdan, having a bit of a collision across the line, but fantastic. But what I was saying, as we are though, at the end of the race, the end of the season, we have to talk to one man and one man only, the champion. Well done, Mr.C.
Thank you very much.
That was.
I would like say.
Yeah, go on.
I would like to make a short. I'll try to be short monologue. My first championship in 8 years of sim racing, and I did the pretty big leagues, so I'm really glad. And means a lot to me, and I want to dedicate it to my recent departed sim racing friend that he left this world this Monday, John Granger. I learned a lot from you, John, so thank you very much.
Amazing championship you've had so far, well, that you've had this season, Bogdan, and unfortunately it wasn't probably the result, the end result that you wanted here, finishing in second and not the victory, but overall it was a championship victory. But let's just have a look at this race for the first part, as you just weren't able to catch Robert in that second stint. What happened?
Well, Robert was about 1/10, 2/10 faster than me on race pace, so I knew I had to be in front of him. That's why I was like so aggressive in the first stint, like in the beginning of the laps. I knew I had to be in front, and when I did the mistakes, the gap remained like 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds. I could not close them down, and I knew that in pit stop I'm gonna lose a lot because I have to put like 50 something liters and he has to put like 37. So when he got out, he had an advantage of 6 seconds. I tried the first 2 laps to reel him, but then I saw like the gap stayed the same, and I said okay. And I got also a lot of cut warnings, and I said, oh, right now I do not need a drive-through because 6th place is only 16 seconds behind, so I'm gonna lose the championship. So yeah, I really wanted to win, but Bentley and Robert were faster today.
Once again though, amazing championship as a whole. Second position is your lowest result in the season, second at the opening and the final round. 2 victories. It's interesting to see though that every single time our pole sitter has been converted into a race winner, and I mean, I'm sure you were hoping it would be in a closer fight for the championship, but you did an amazing job to hold on to second position, and even though Robert did everything he could to try and win the championship from you, you just held it together, and well done on the championship.
Thank you very much. I think if this championship would have been like 2 more rounds, because both Anders, Myers and Nielsen, Alexander, Robert, and a lot of guys are getting into their stride right now. Like I'm looking now at, I looked at the lap times, and 3 guys we had almost identical race pace times. Me, Alex, and Robert. So they were like, at the beginning they were not maybe not having experience. I know Robert only started sim racing 6 months ago, so that's pretty amazing having these results already. That took me 8 years, so yeah, good, very good championship. Thank you to race department and for you also for commentating, and yeah, hoping for the next one.
Thank you very much, Bogdan. An amazing championship indeed. That was Kurimu.
Campionul este Victor Taraș. Ce sezon pentru tânărul de la Transilvan. Al doilea său sezon în Racing League Romania și urcă de pe poziția 7-a chiar în fotoliul de campion. Superbă această evoluție pentru Victor Taraș, însă titlul la echipe clar l-a obținut. Împreună cu Emanuel Gațela, Walk Racing e campiona sezonului al 6-lea. Victor Taraș în ultimul viraj și campionii de la Walk Racing câștigă și ultima cursă a sezonului. Iată, acum trecând linia de sosire, Victor Taraș și Mihai Șuțeanu câștigă a 4-a cursă consecutivă după ce le câștigaseră și pe primele 2 din sezon, maximum de puncte astăzi și nu s-a pus în niciun moment problema câștigătorilor, problema campionilor. Iar campionii sunt cei de la Walk Racing care își revalidează titlul încă de acum 2 ore. Știam asta,